The story of Officer Aréanah Preston is one of a life lived with incredible urgency, as if she knew, on some level, that she had a lot of world to change in a very short amount of time. At 24, Areanah wasn't just wearing a badge, she was carrying the hopes of a neighborhood and the ambitions of a scholar. The final shift. On a cool May morning in 2023, Areanah finished her shift in the 5th District. She was a young woman who deeply loved her city, even the parts that were frayed at the edges. She had spent her night doing the difficult, often thankless work of a first responder, and she was heading home to Avalon Park. She was still in her uniform when she pulled up to her house. In her mind, she was likely already thinking about the upcoming week. It was supposed to be a week of celebration. She was just days away from walking across the stage to receive her master's degree in jurisprudence from Loyola University, Chicago. A life of purpose. Areanah didn't just join the force to police, she joined to bridge gaps. She was a daughter of Chicago who understood that justice and empathy had to walk hand in hand. The scholar. She was an academic powerhouse, researching how to better support officers dealing with trauma. The bridge. To her family and friends, she was the baby of the house, but the leader of the room, funny, sharp-witted, and fiercely protective. The legacy. She represented a new generation of law enforcement, one that looked like the community it served and understood its heartbeat. The tragedy. That morning, the very violence she worked to prevent found her in her own driveway. A group of teenagers on a robbery spree confronted her. Areanah, being the person she was, didn't back down. A brief exchange of gunfire followed, and Areanah was struck. She was a warrior until the end, but the wounds were too much. Her fellow officers, the people she called family, were the ones who rushed her to the hospital, sirens wailing through the streets she had protected only hours before. A graduation in spirit. A few days after her passing, the commencement ceremony at Loyola University went on. When Areanah's name was called, the room didn't just clap. It stood in a heavy, tearful silence that broke into a roar of applause. Her mother, Dion Moon, walked across that stage to accept the degree Areanah had worked so hard for. She wore her daughter's cap and gown, a heartbreaking symbol of a finish line crossed by a mother on behalf of a daughter who was taken too soon. She was a light, she was a leader, she was everything we want our future to be. Summary of tributes from the Chicago community. Keeping the flame alive. Today, Aréanah Preston is remembered not as a victim of a crime, but as a beacon of what it means to serve. She proved that you can be from the neighborhood, for the neighborhood, and still reach for the highest academic honors.